Tomorrow is finally the day that everyone, or at least the markets, has been waiting for. All right, this should probably push us to stop consolidating and break the pattern of us moving sideways for 60 days or so. Before we discuss that and really get into what might happen tomorrow, everyone, okay? What are the effects of this going to be? Okay, let's look at a possible front runner of what Matcha Guru will release next. Justin, I completely forgot about this. Until this was written, silver reached a new all-time high of $60. I'm like, hold on, we haven't looked at silver, but silver is moving, everyone. It's going in a U-shaped curve. It isn't that alloy. We talked about that exact thing, didn't we? It broke out of this very big pattern of price stabilization, and it's just rising, right? It never stops. Take a look. Gold had the same thing happen, just so you know. When it was going up like this, right, it solidified and continued to rise. It held the last fight, didn't it? Resistance turned into support, and it kept going up and up. It just kept going, guys, right? So, yeah, this is going under the nose again, right? It looks like silver is just going to keep pumping, right? People aren't really looking into it that much, though, which likely means something bad is on the way, okay? Don't let anything that happens trick you. We know that the economy isn't doing so well. This chart is crazy. The recent increase in silver prices makes the price changes in 2008 and 2020 look small in comparison. So why is silver going up? What is it trying to find? Yes. How does it smell? Yes. It's sniffing out something bad that's about to happen. Just let it go, okay? Allow it to happen. A new age of monetary policy is coming, and it's on track for the biggest 12-month gain since 1979, folks. It's literally going in a circular shape. What about now? Yep. Before, when it went soaring in these other cycles, it crashed back down, right? But this time might be different because of the current economic situation, right? And how we're here at the very last step, with all the money being poured into silver, it will probably keep ranging, right? You can see why by looking at gold's chart. They're telling the truth. Then Paul sent us bar charts that are breaking. JP Morgan would. JP Morgan is on a crash flash here, correct? Flash market crash. Is there something good that will come from this interesting thing? Banks have been messing with and hiding information about valuable metals, guys. Their stocks must be going down here, right? So be careful with banks too. Okay, so now that we've said all this, let's move on to the big event happening tomorrow, right? Can we try to figure out and front run the price action that's coming in right now? It's going to be huge because of what's happening in the markets. There might be a chance here from Benjamin Cohen that goes back to cryptos. Remember, the reason we're talking about this is that, by the way, please like today's video post because everything is connected, right? So if a stock goes up, cryptos will follow. But if it dumps, cryptos will follow even more. It's kind of decoupled right now. But in general, everything is linked together. Tomorrow's FOMC is the most important one of our lives, but the next one will be even more important. Okay, everyone, let's look at NASDAQ right now. Okay, keep in mind how strange cryptocurrencies are at this moment. Okay, but NASDAQ is saying something else. It has already reached its all-time high here. Let's look at the RSI, everyone. All right, the RSI, take a look at it. It's very close to that yellow moving line now. Once it passes, the game is over. Do you all know this? It is coming together right here. So it's going to move any second now, okay? It could happen any minute or any day now, but tomorrow is the most likely cause. If this crypto dump happened, it would be a big one. If this works, cryptos will take off and they'll look even better, okay? So tomorrow could finally be the day when the next big move happens. So let's take a look at the Fed Watch tool. From the time of this video's recording, the next FOMC meeting will be in 16 hours. That's it, it's guaranteed. The Federal Reserve cutting rates is basically a sure thing. Blacks is the only one if they don't lower the rates. Whites is the one that will happen if they lower interest rates by 50 basis points. Okay? The Federal Reserve's choice in December, right now, everyone and their dog are betting that the Fed will lower rates by 25 basis points. Okay? So it's probably a given unless there is a black zone event or a white zone event. Okay, now that's what changes everything, but they will probably just cut the men. The tone is what counts, I think. Jerome Powell's tone and the things he will say in his speech, which we will discuss very soon. But first, Hassett says, I'll go wherever Trump tells me, according to Zero Hedge. He is going to be the new, what's his name? That chair. He now says that the Federal Reserve has plenty of space to cut, correct? So if he's the Fed here, what do you think he'll do? Go on a cutting spree that is the most insane in history. It's going to go to Bitcoin, right? $1 million. So the stage could be set here, everyone. Okay, this is all just for 2026, right? All of this is cutting. President Trump says that the next chair of the Federal Reserve must cut rates right away, correct? So yes, Trump will bring back the golden age of wealth. Everyone, okay, is he serious? The only thing standing in his way is Jerome Powell, right? And you know what? Is there nothing Donald Trump can do about it? A different thing. Do you see this? The Federal Reserve. As soon as he is out in 2026, Trump will bring in his own puppet and cut a huge amount. Jerome Powell has to do what he's told by whoever is in charge of him, which means he has to start cutting, right? So when Trump gets his own follower, there will be fireworks. The Federal Reserve's big event is tomorrow at 2:30 in the afternoon, okay? The FOMC press meeting is hosted by Chair Powell, okay? I'll keep an eye out for this, everyone. I don't know whether I'll watch it or not. But this is probably going to be what starts the next big move. I hope so, because I don't want to keep settling in this range for weeks on end. How long has XRP been around? Can you look at XRP for a second? Is this what you mean? For 61 days now, XRP has been moving sideways. Tomorrow will be 62 days. Hopefully it will be over soon. I don't know why the RSI, it looks weak to me, guys, if I just look at the price movement. It is. That's because every time it is pumped, it dumps right after, right? They just don't want to give XRP any space yet. They will wait until I believe the bottom is formed. Then, right after that, it's going to fly to $3. I am not joking. It'll be a spaceship, won't it? We'll see what happens then. But analyst, a hawkish cut is expected tomorrow. The top economist said that wisdom trees are going to be hearing basis point cuts that are hawkish, 25, right? So it's not just about the cuts. Remember that the Federal Reserve cutting rates is important, but that's more of a medium to long-term thing, right? There is an effect that takes time to happen. There's a wait that happens, everyone. And then it really works. Is this about the rate cuts? And all of it will happen in 2026. In the short term, what counts is that it seems like Jerome Powell's tone, there could be a conservative cut, a dovish cut, or something in the middle. So what do banks think will happen when the Federal Reserve meets tomorrow? Morgan Stanley thinks there will be a cut in December, January, and April. Okay, we already know that this will definitely happen. 226 are probably going to be cut, which will make things go crazy. JP Morgan thinks a conservative cut, which means something more bearish for the markets, is over, even though they're cutting, but it's going to be much more conservative. And a comment to suggest that fewer cuts are coming. Bank of America thinks that an 825 basis point cut is the right move. Deutsche Bank says that stronger growth and persistent inflation mean that more cuts should be handled with care. Statement to move more aggressive. That's cool. Many of these banks are saying that they plan to make a conservative cut, if that makes sense. Like some kind of ugly cut here.